Hello guys, welcome to the latest episode of Every Platform, and welcome today to Crewkerne, located on the West of England main line. Today's plan is to clear the remainder of the section to Salisbury from here on the West of England main line. So if you know this line, you know what's coming up. Today you will be seeing services from South Western Railway, so we will be travelling on their 159s today. The train you just saw leave was 159108 and 159019. That was the 1020 South Western Railway service to London Waterloo from Exeter St David's, which is the services that run on this line primarily, especially here. Once you get past the next station, which is Yeovil Junction, which we will be going to next, there is the services to Yeovil Pen Mill that go there, but not very often. But we'll talk more about that when we get there. This is Crewkerne, located in the village of Misterton, which is just outside of Crewkerne, also near the bigger town of Chard. This is the nearest station if you want to get to Chard. You come here. Also, you can go to Axminster, but Chard and Crewkerne are in the same county, so it's probably quicker to go from here. The main building, which is that one there, is Grade 2 listed and surrounded by several other old railway buildings. There's one over there. There's probably a couple of others knocking around as well. Let's see if we can find them. It's about a mile southeast of Crewkerne on the A356 road, which crosses the platform and railway on a bridge. That one there, you can see. And yes, there was a section of track between Sherborne and Chard Junction, which was double track. It's now been reduced to single track. There was a branch line that went over to Chard Junction, or to Chard. It actually went into the town. There has been talk about reopening it, but it's not come to fruition just yet. But that is also a passing loop, Chard Junction, so if trains do need to wait, they can wait there to come in here and let a train go past. So if you do want to check out any updates on trips and posts, please do check out my Facebook group. Also check out my Instagram at KTVvids for story updates. So that's Crewkerne station. There isn't really much to report here because the train has just left and we are getting a bus from here. Southwest coaches 96 I think it is, taking us to Yeovil. We'll update you from there, but this is Crewkerne. Update you soon. Let's begin today's episode of Every Platform here at Crewkerne, and we shall see what we do next. So just an example here while we wait, you can see the old railway buildings, one there, and you can see it sort of spans across all the way here. Station does have a ticket vending machine and a ticket office which is open on limited hours, and as you go outside there is the bus stops which we are going to go to get our bus to Yeovil. It's a handy little station. It's hourly service, so it's good, but like I say, this line is pretty known for delays when things go wrong, because if one train gets held up, say at Honiton, let's use Honiton for an example. The train can wait at Honiton, or Axminster actually. Let's say it gets held up at Axminster. If a train gets stuck at Crewkerne, the other train going to, say a train from Waterloo to Exeter gets stuck at Crewkerne because of a fault or something, the train from Exeter to Waterloo will have to wait at Axminster until it gets along, or wait at least at Chard Junction. So yes, anyway, so here we are outside the station, and you see another railway building there. The station does have a lot of railway history. This looks like an old railway shed, owned by the Friends of Crewkerne station as well. So yes, anyway, right, we're gonna head off to Yeovil. Update you soon. Okay, so we're on board a 10 Metro City now, heading off to Yeovil from Crewkerne. Operated by Southwest Coaches, this one. It's quite busy on board, so I'm going to keep the clip short and sweet, but yeah, I've not been on one of these for a while, so this is different. So here we are in Yeovil, and off goes the Optare Metro City. So we're in Yeovil town centre now. We're just going to get something to eat, and we're also behind us is another South West Coaches route, the 11. It's a local service operated by an 07 plate Optare Solo, but we're actually going to head over to Yeovil Junction, but we're going to go there in a bit. I'll update you soon. Right, so we're at Yeovil bus station here. Pretty much ran by Buses of Somerset. As you can see, it's all branded for that. The only bus here at the moment is a Buses of Somerset Enviro 200, which is not in service. I think it was doing the 54, which goes from Taunton. But yeah, it's 58 plate E200, so it's one of the Dart Enviro 200s. Yeah, so Yeovil bus station doesn't get like a great deal of things, but it's the main operator is Buses of Somerset, but South West Coaches run here as well, as do a few services by Somerset Council, plus the coach company Berries run here on their branded super fast coach services into London. So yes, but yeah, so it's got a few bays. As you can see, it's probably got a few too many, to be honest, but probably on the weekday you see a lot more than what you do on the weekend. So on the weekend, why did I say it like that? But yes, we're going to head off to Yeovil Junction from here, and we'll update you soon. Right, so on board 159, we've just left Yeovil Junction, luckily. I will be coming back later on in the video to clear it properly. Unfortunately, because our bus / van was nearly 25 minutes late, we just barely scraped making it at Yeovil Junction to continue on with the plan. So luckily we're on time, we're on the plan, but it means we'll just come back to Yeovil Junction later and it'll be on the... So we'll do both the ovals together. It probably makes more sense to do it that way. So I'll update you when we get to our next stop, which now will be Sherborne. Update you soon. Right, we now made it to Sherborne. The pilot now is 159103 and 104 and 013. That's heading off to London Waterloo from Exeter St David's. Here we are at Sherborne, and we'll talk about this station in just a moment. Right, we're now at Sherborne. The station serves the town of Sherborne in Dorset. There is a large canopy that covers much of the other platform, which is basically that one there, platform 2. It is quite big actually, but obviously there's a big grade 2 listed building which is on that side as well. The station buffet here also appeared in the list of highly commended station cafes, which were posted in 2009. The most random and niche fact you could come up with about Sherborne, and it's that. But yeah, it seems to be a nice sort of neck of the woods, because a lot of the like cafes and stuff have got really good ratings apparently around here. Service is also a timetable to pass here at Sherborne. The double track does provide some flexibility should one of them run late. But yes, it's hourly service here, London Waterloo to Exeter, but during the peak time you do get the extras to Yeovil Pen Mill as well, and Westbury. So, and any to Yeovil Junction that might run as well from Salisbury or Basingstoke or whatever. So yes, the old signal box still stands on the other side of the level crossing as well, which I don't think you can actually see from there. We'll have to have a look, but there is an old signal box here as well. We've got to go anyway, but this is Sherborne, and the next station for us is Templecombe. Right, so we're now on board a lovely street light, heading over to Templecombe from Sherborne on First Buses of Somerset. Not used this company in a while actually, so this will be a first, and it's probably one of the last times I'll use it on every platform actually, so. But yeah, they don't have a great fleet of stuff, I'll be honest, but they did used to. Best they've got now is some E400s, but...
And the airbags for the open top one.
Oh yeah, the open top stuff as well, on the Exmoor. As you can see, it sounds lovely. I'm being sarcastic. Although there's something about this bus that tells me you're not allowed to smoke on it. I don't know what it is, but something tells me you can't do it.
Yeah.
Don't know what though. I'll think of something. Anyway, right, we'll update you when we get to Templecombe. Right, we're now here in Templecombe, and heading out is the street light, which we just got off of. Operating my buses to Somerset, we're now here in Templecombe to head over to Tisbury from Templecombe. So you can hear the street light from here, that's ridiculous. Goodness me, it's loud.
Still good.
So yeah, that's very loud. Anyway, we'll update you when we get into the station. Right, so we're now here at Templecombe, serving the town of Templecombe in Somerset. This station opened in 1860, but a smaller station on the lower line opened in 1862. It was closed in 1966, but was reopened in 1983. So this station has been open since 1983, basically. Station has two platforms, one on each side of a single track, that one and that one. But only the platform on the south side of the line, which is the one we're stood on, is the one that gets used. The platform on the north side of the line is no longer in use for passengers. It is what's basically a heritage platform that also, I believe, acts as some small railway museum. But the platform, but the bridge, the footbridge is closed, so you can't even get to it, which is good fun. The opposite side of this platform is where the S&DJR trains to Bath and Bournemouth. So the platform here, it will also go to Wincanton. They would run from that platform basically, and that's where they would go. So yeah, there was a lot of history behind this little station. As you can see, it is all one track, but it's basically a tiny Guildford, that's what I call it, because of the fact it's got a platform either side but only doors open on one side. You could call it that. There's obviously a few other stations that have similar examples. Ulverston in Lancashire, when we did the Barrow line, is the Cumbrian coast, that is near enough. Yeah, has got a similar layout to this as well, so except that had a bit more of a canopy. But yeah, the area once occupied by the large upper yard beyond the signal box is now overgrown by trees. But yeah, and the platform on the south side, which is still in use for passengers, has a ticket office and a shelter, as you can see there, and it has been recently platform extended as well, so there has been quite a bit that's gone on here. So that's Templecombe, and the next station for us is Tisbury. I'll update you soon.
London Waterloo.
Okay, arriving in now is the 1343 South Western Railway service to London Waterloo from Exeter St David's. This is going to be our train to take us to Tisbury. And we've got 159015. Get the other unit as we get out, but we need to be in the front 3 coaches for this one because it's Tisbury, so we will update you soon. Right, we're here at Tisbury now. Right, so that's 159006 at the rear. We're now here at Tisbury. We'll talk about the station in just a moment, but we actually do have another service about to arrive, so we'll film that first. Alright, arriving in now is going to be the 1406 South Western Railway service to Exeter St David's. This one waited in Tisbury Loop for the one we just got off of to leave. It's 159003. See you go out in a second. Right, going out now is 1406 to Exeter St David's. And it's 159010 at the rear. So, welcome to Tisbury. This is the last station on the line before you reach Salisbury, and this is basically where the faster section of the West of England main line starts from Salisbury onwards to Basingstoke. Basingstoke technically is where the West of England main line finishes, because it joins up with the South Western main line at Basingstoke. So you could say the line runs between Exeter St David's and Basingstoke, and then South Western main line onwards to Waterloo. But yeah. So Tisbury, as you noticed, only the front 3 coaches of any 6-car train, usually it's only 6 cars, will fit on the platform here at Tisbury. And also the very well-known Tisbury Loop is nearby, which is where most South Western Railway services end up waiting, because the service towards Waterloo is late. So the one coming from Salisbury to Exeter will always end up, most of the time, going into that loop to wait, even if it's for a couple of minutes. But of course there are delays because things end up waiting at passing loops, and yeah, Tisbury is a notorious one for that. In terms of facts about the station, we'll talk about that in just a second, but yes, this is Tisbury. So in terms of the station, Tisbury serves the village of Tisbury in Wiltshire, so we're in another county again. Trains are timetabled to pass in the loop, as we've talked about, and front 3 coaches we've talked about. The 19-mile single track section from Wilton to Gillingham proved to be too long, so that's the reason that they installed a loop. But then again, there is a really long section between Honiton and Pinhoe, which is exactly the same. It is quite a distance there, so I wonder if thought will ever go into that as well. The loop was reinstated in 1986. Before that, it was single track all the way to Wilton from Gillingham, which is quite a long way. It would cost £430,000 as well to install it. But yes, a failed planning application for the development of land occupied by the second platform and an industrial estate was to include improvements to the station, but the plan was rejected as well. So they basically wanted to make this area here, where you see there was a former platform, they wanted to improve it and actually add like more things to an industrial estate and actually improve connectivity to other areas, maybe even a second platform, but they rejected it. Great. So yes, that's Tisbury station anyway. As you can tell, it serves a very nice village. It's sunny and lovely outside. We're going to head to Salisbury now and go from there. Right, we're now on board a Optare Solo SR for Salisbury Reds. Heading over to, funnily enough, Salisbury. Fleet number is 3826 and it's a 64 plate Solo SR with these very odd seats that basically force you to lean forward, because they do, way of design. Very plastic headrests basically. So we're the only ones on the bus at the moment, along with the driver of course. So yeah, we're going to take a 40-minute journey to Salisbury and then go on a South Western Railway service back to Gillingham. I'll update you soon. in Salisbury now. Didn't get to see the solo go because yeah, it went up pretty quickly and it was quite busy. So yeah, we'll head to Salisbury station now and go from there. We'll update you soon. Right, now in Salisbury. I'm now heading more just 159 to head over to Gillingham, and we'll update you. We've already cleared Salisbury on the series, so I don't need to do it again. So a quick little visit here, we'll update you soon. Right, we're now here at Gillingham, and the parking out now is the 159 to Exeter. 159,009 and 159,016 heading out to Exeter St David's, and we are now here at Gillingham, and we'll talk about the station in just a moment. Okay, so this station is Gillingham, located in Dorset. Often when you hear the trains get announced here, it is pronounced Gillingham, Dorset. The reason is because there is another station which is actually pronounced Gillingham, which is in Kent, which we have also covered on every platform. So this is Gillingham, not Gillingham, this is Gillingham. This station is the lesser populated one out of the two, because Gillingham is quite well populated in Kent. The station is yeah, so the track 7, the northern platform, is signalled to run in either direction. So basically one platform, which is this platform here, platform 1, can use both lines. It basically acts as a single tracked station, but only in sort of emergencies do they use platform 2 here at Gillingham. Often they do passing loops on a lot of areas of this line, but Gillingham is one of those that they try to try to avoid doing, I think, because the platform isn't used very much, but it is there should it be needed, let's just say. The southern platform, which reached by Footbridge, can be used for the westbound train, but isn't often. Station has a bit of history. In 1859, railway from Salisbury opened to Gillingham. This was the place where it terminated when the line first opened, and was completed to Henford Station, which is in Yeovil, in 1860. The other thing to note is there was a signal box that opened in 1875, along with the main offices and goods shed, which were on the north side of the line. So basically, yeah, as you can tell, there is an old signal box just up there. It is actually still in use, that one up there, the Gillingham one. Looks like it's had a bit of work done to it since. I don't even know if that's the original. I think that might be a newer one, actually. So I'm not telling the truth there, I don't think. But yeah, in terms of, there's actually a couple of trains. I mean, one train then it starts here and goes to Exeter, and one train that starts here and goes to Waterloo as well, so it can be a starting point on the line. There were actually motorbus services that ran from here to Mere, Zeals and Shaftesbury. So yeah, some bigger places. Shaftesbury definitely is one of the bigger places in the area as well, so yes. Anyway, so that is Gillingham station, and the next station for us is Yeovil Junction. This time it will be, hopefully, Yeovil Junction, but we'll see. Update you soon.
This train will not be calling
arriving now
at
is the
and over
1651 South Western Railway service
today.
to London
This is
Waterloo
because
from
of
Exeter St
an
David's,
earlier land slip.
159-107.
Some stations have short
This one's
platforms.
coming in on the other platform. After I mentioned no trains go on it, this one is going on it.
You will need to travel from 3 carriages. Train stops.
159020. This one might be waiting here actually. So everyone, Manchester United just won the FA Cup and beat Man City. Anyway, 1717 Exeter and David service is arriving to take us to Yeovil Junction. I've literally spent the hour watching the final 10 minutes of that game. Oh my word. We won a trophy again and beat the blue sods in the process. 159013. Update you when we get to Yeovil Junction. Right, the time out now is 159013. 159104 at the rear. We're now here at Yeovil Junction. Quick little visit here. We haven't got too long, but this station is next to the Yeovil Railway Centre, which is over there. And as you can see, there's a well, yeah, the Yeovil Railway Centre, which is usually used for, well, it has some sort of special days sometimes. We can't spend too long here, unfortunately, because we do have a connection here. But yeah, this is one of two stations in Yeovil. This one actually is in a village just outside of Yeovil. But it isn't actually in Yeovil. It's also the home of British helicopters, where most of them are maintained and looked after. This is where they are. So yes, two platforms here, all on an island. And yes, can't spend too long here, unfortunately, but we've got to go. But that is Yeovil Junction. Update you soon. I've got 2 secs. Right, now here at Yeovil Pen Mill, and off goes 68, which just brought us in here. It's operated by a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter EVM City Line, brand new, like minivan basically. Acts as a little local bus that runs between the 2 Yeovil stations, which is really handy. So if ever it tells you on our journey plans to do a transfer in between Yeovil Junction and Yeovil Pen Mill, just get the 68. That's the one that brings you here. But yes, so you change here and you can just get a bus across to Yeovil Junction. It's nice and easy. We're here at Yeovil Pen Mill. This is the only GWR station you will be seeing today, so we are actually with Great Western Railway at one point on this video. Don't think another service comes here. I think it is just the 68 that runs here. It is. So yes, we'll update you soon. So we've now made it to Yeovil Pen Mill. This station is on the Heart of Wessex line, which runs in between Bristol, Templecombe and Weymouth. Pretty much the whole line from Bristol to Weymouth, even beyond Bath, is known as the Heart of Wessex line as part of it. But really, if you want to be realistic, Bath to Weymouth is probably more so it, or even if you want to not call that the Heart of Wessex line, just call it the Wessex main line, then Westbury to Weymouth would be the Heart of Wessex line. But do you know what, for argument's sake, I'm just going to say Bristol to Weymouth, because basically it runs in between them. So anyway, Yeovil Pen Mill also gets South Western Railway here. They do terminate here in peak time on a weekday normally, and they run to London Waterloo. They sometimes come through here to go to Westbury, and sometimes they do the shuttle, which runs on the not so used link up between Yeovil Pen Mill and Yeovil Junction. There is a single track that runs in between them, but it is not used very much. It's quite shocking really that 2 Yeovil stations aren't linked up as well as they could be, but they have tried to improve it over time, but it still isn't really there. It's still only a few times a day, so before it was completely non-existent, so it's a bit of an improvement. Like I say, Great Western Railway manage it. They run on the Heart of Wessex line beyond here to Thornford, Yetminster, Chetnall, Maiden Newton, Dorchester West, Upway and Weymouth. The only 2 stations on that branch line that I haven't done yet are Chetnall and Maiden Newton. I do have a plan for them, so don't worry. Because I still have stations in Dorset along the South Western Main Line to Bournemouth to do as well, so that will tie in nicely with that. It is 3 platforms here as well. As you can tell, it's got another example of just a single track with 2 platforms either side. 2 is the one that is, I think 2 is used, 1 is used and 3 isn't used, so only in sort of emergencies. Got an old signal box here as well. My knowledge of this station is weird because I've been here many times, and I'll tell you what, whenever you change at Yeovil Pen Mill to go anywhere, it's a long ass connection. Excuse my language, but it is a long ass connection, because you have to change at Castle Cary and wait ages because connection times are awful. So yes, this station is always fun. Update you soon. Right, arriving now is the 1825 Great Western Railway service from Weymouth to Bristol Temple Meads. It's going to be our train to take it back to Castle Cary. It's 166218. think it might be stopping down there, to be fair. No, it's stopping here. It's alright. Right, take a short one, we get to Castle Cary. Right, we're now here at Castle Cary. Obviously we've cleared the station on every platform very early on. Just a little heads up, there will be some, speaking of stations I've already cleared, there's a turbo heading out, but I'm too far away now. Basically there will be some trips that I did at the very start of every platform. It won't be yet, because it will be later on when the series is sort of nearly done, but there will be some videos that I redo, because a lot of them I redid just with trains, and I want to try them out with the new format with buses too. They already count, and I'm not going to not count them, because they do, but I would like to sort of make some more videos where we can look at it from a different point of view and be like, this is what we do, and you know, here's another way around it. But I ain't going to do that yet. Just want to let you know it will be coming up at some point in the future. Probably call it every platform redo or something, and just, you know, I don't know yet, but I just want to tell you that I have been thinking about it, but ages away yet, because I still want to do the new stuff I haven't done. Anyway, so with that in mind, we're going to wait for 166218 to head out and go from there. Right, apparently now is 166218, heading out on the 1847, slightly delayed 1847 Great Western Railway service to Bristol Temple Meads from Weymouth. 166218 doing the honours. Going out slowly, proceeding at caution, just because the IET that left, there was an IET to London Paddington, 802108 was doing it, heading from Penzance, I think it was Exeter and David to London Paddington, that one, or Paynton, it was one of them. There you go, firing away now. Heading off to Bristol Temple Meads from Weymouth, calling now next at Bruton and Frome, Westbury, Trowbridge, Bradford and Avon, Avon-Cliff, Freshford, Bath Spa, Oldfield Park, Keynsham and Bristol Temple Meads. Right, so that one goes out, and I'm going to finish the video here on every platform from Crewkerne and Salisbury. Thank you for watching. If you have liked what you've seen, please do like and subscribe, and do leave any comments, because I'll get back to them as and when I can. And any recommendations are welcome too, so please do leave us in the comments too. It's been a lovely sunny day. It's been fantastic. Everything's gone to plan, near enough. The only scare we had was at Yeovil this morning, when our the 68 was running late, but yes, it was we managed to make it and clear Yeovil Junction later on. It was a bit brief, so I do apologise, but sometimes with tight connections you've got to, and especially with Yeovil, you don't really have a choice, so you've got to work with it. So next time, I say next time, I don't really say what I'm doing, just wait and see you next time on every platform. We are nearly halfway there now, which is really good. I can't believe we've actually managed to hold out, and to be honest, I don't really care how long this series goes on for. I want it to last so we can do every little bit of detail and we do it right. So absolutely important. It's vital. Well, to me it's important that if I commit to doing this series, that we do it right. So yeah, nearly halfway there, not quite, but almost. About, I think we're about 10-15 stations away from, roughly anyway, from being halfway there. So yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching. See you soon.